Um, Analysis of Hills Like White Elephants. Introduction. The social perspective upon abortion has changed drastically through the last century. Where it used to be tabooed, abortion is now seen as a choice by modern society in most of the Western countries. Summary. The short story Hills Like White Elephants is written by Ernest Hemingway in 1927. It is about the American, which is a man, and the girl who were sitting outside waiting for a train. While they are waiting, they order a bunch of different beers. Almost the full short story is the conversation they are having while they are waiting for the train. They have known each other for a while but don't mention it through the story. Their conversation is mostly about the beers they are having and some kind of problem the girl has. The American knows what he wants her to do and keeps pushing her towards it. It seems like he's trying to manipulate her to do what he wants her to do. Symbolism. The short story is written without focusing on the problem, but what they do and what they think of it, which means it's written with the use of the iceberg theory. They don't mention one time neither that she's pregnant nor that she's considering an abortion. They only talk about what to do about it. The white elephant is a symbol in this story. Usually, a white elephant is a gift that can't be used, like if someone bought me a house but I couldn't afford to live in it. The American sees the baby in the girl's belly as a white elephant because he doesn't want it. He sees it as something he can't use for anything good, something that will just be in the way. The next symbol is the elephant in the room, which means something no one wants to talk about, but they have to. The girl doesn't see the baby as something she's unwilling to receive, but as something she would rather not talk to the American about, so she avoids it. The railway station in the background symbolizes that the girl and the American's relationship is at the crossroads. It also symbolizes the decision the girl has to make, if she wants to keep the baby or have an abortion. When the American crosses the railway to set their suitcases, maybe he has changed his mind from not wanting the baby to not caring as long as the girl stays at him. The train arriving in 5 minutes could symbolize the girl running out of time. The landscape on the two sides of the railway is one of Hemingway's favorites. The plain landscape without a shade and the other side with the fields of grain and trees along the bank of the Ebro River are two very different landscapes. The contrast between the very bare land and the fertile land symbolizes how big a choice the girl has to make and two very different outcomes she will get depending on what she chooses to do. One time she's admiring the bare landscape with nothing, and after that she's walking closer to the fertile side to admire it, which means she doesn't know what to do. She is leaning towards one, but the next moment she would rather choose the other. Characterization of the girl. The girl is named Jig. She is very young because she is described as a girl, not a woman. The use of the word girl indicates that she is younger than 18. She really likes beers and can drink a lot of them despite being pregnant. Maybe she is running out of time and really want to forget it. The two of them are waiting for a long-distance train, so she is traveling without her parents. She has this huge problem with two possible solutions, and she doesn't know which one to pick. She is very manipulative and is pleasing the American, maybe without knowing it. She loves the American very much, which may be why she is pleasing him as she is. The American. The American's name is not presented. The man knows Spanish, and looking at the many stickers from various hotels on the walls, he has traveled a lot along with the girl. He is very manipulative. He loves the girl and has been with her for a while. He loves the girl enough to want to have the baby if that's what she wants. He's the manipulative one in the relationship, and it seems he's been doing that for a while too. Themes. The major theme in this story is unplanned pregnancy because it's about what she wants to do about her unplanned and unwanted pregnancy and what she's choosing to do about it. In the 1920s, it wasn't common to have an abortion. It was looked down at. Another big theme is lack of communication. The girl doesn't want to agree with the American and doesn't understand why he keeps talking about his problem. Meanwhile, the man doesn't understand why she isn't listening. The Hollywood model. Exposition. A girl and American are waiting near the Ebro River for a train to Madrid. As they sit at the bar at train station, they order 2 beers. Conflict. There's a tension between the couple. We see that as they drink and discuss a surgery the American is trying to get the girl to do. Rising action. The girl wonders what will happen when the surgery is over, if they will be happy and he will love her as much as before. The American tells her they will be happy again. They bring up people who've had the surgery and were happy after. The American tells her that he thinks the surgery is the best option, but if she doesn't want to, she doesn't have to. Climax. The girl says that she doesn't care about herself and therefore will go through the operation. She seems to only want to make him happy, which is why the man says he doesn't want her to do it for him. The girl gets up and goes to look at the mountains again. She tells the man that they can't have everything anymore. She knows that if they have the surgery, something is taken away that they can never have back. Falling action. They order another beer and the American tells her if being a parent means anything to her, he would do it. The girl wonders if being parent will mean anything to him. He says it does, but that he only wants her. Then she stops him by telling him if he keeps talking, she will start screaming. Resolution. The American takes the bags to the other side of the tracks because the train will arrive soon. He has a beer at the bar and goes back to the girl. He asks if she's feeling better, and she tells him that there is nothing wrong with her and she feels fine. Conclusion. The girl has a bigger choice to make than she would have had today. It may be okay to have an abortion today in modern times, but in 1927 it was a bit more complicated. Having the abortion was harder and it brought social risks as well. She could risk that their relationship would never be as it was if the abortion succeeded. Something could go wrong and she would die, or she could be a mother at a really young age and her life would never be the same. That's what an unplanned pregnancy brought in the 1920s.